Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about Dodgers losing to the Diamondbacks once again. They lose 6-1 in 18 innings. They've scored one run over 2 nights so far. Just really pathetic performance from the offense these past few games. And they had their chances. It's not like, oh, they didn't have their chances. They did. But they blew every single one of them. Second and third, no outs. Can't even get a run on a sacrifice fly. They had first and second, no outs, and didn't do anything. You just can't be playing down to these teams. I mean, you can't play down to these type of teams. Like, they're now 5-10 this month against teams below 500. You can't keep playing down these type to competition. You can't keep playing down to the Rockies, the Diamondbacks. You can't be playing down to these type of teams. If we salvage a series, I don't want to hear two things can be true and glass half full. I can tell you that. We're losing the series we're supposed to win at the most crucial time of the season at home against a mediocre baseball team in the Diamondbacks who are not competing for anything this year. I would expect more urgency out of this team, but I guess not. Just cracking under the pressure. And, yeah, I'm so glad they put Kirby Yates out there in the 9th inning to give up a 3-run homer. He has been trash. He had a 1.17 ERA last year. They signed him to a 1-year, $13 million contract. He's given up 7 homers in 34 innings and a 4.7 ERA. He only gave up 3 homers this year, or last year, and he's already gave up 7 this year. The dude sucks. He's been such a disappointment after he got off to such a good start this year. But these are just the type of games you can't lose. You want to play in a crapshoot wild card series? You're now 2 games back of the Phillies now, only 1 game ahead of Padres in the division. I don't want to believe they'll have to play in the wild card, but I'm prepared if they have to, because honestly they might have to with the way they're playing right now. They're just too inconsistent. Man, the Padres or the Diamondbacks, or we can't score on a sac fly, but they can score 2 runs on one. I don't know what more to say, man. Pitching only makes 1 mistake, but yet we're done. Because the offense can't do anything. And also tonight, just sloppy base running as well. Sloppy base running by this team. In addition to the offense being ass these first 2 games, the base running has been mega ass. Not just ass, mega ass. Second and third, no out, and you get no runs out of it. And they make a diving play after. I mean, why in the world is KK not sliding there? How the fuck do you not slide? He's on the opposite end of the plate. You slide to the inside, and he has to lunge and land a perfect tag. You stay up, and he has a huge target to get you out. Maybe he's protecting his elbow, but fuck, dude. Horrible base run. If he slides, he probably could have been safe. I don't know if Ohtani should have swung at the first pitch. I mean, even Freddie Freeman made an out on the bases. And he normally doesn't do that. I thought KK was safe, but if he does anything but run into the tag, but he just ran into it. He should just slide. I thought he was safe, but Jesus, man. I thought he was safe, but too close to overturn it, I guess. But he probably would have been safe if he slides. Zero excuse, man. Just another waste opportunity, and then they have first and second no outs. Did nothing. The offense just has to play. Just has to be better. That's just has to be better. They can't just keep playing the same inconsistent baseball that they've been playing. 4 pitchers with ERAs over 5 have started versus the Dodgers in the past 8 games. Yu Darvish, Nestor Cortez, Zach Gallen, Eduardo Rodriguez. They've combined to allow 1 run on 8 hits in 24 innings. No sense of urgency against these high ERA pitchers. Even Tanner Gordon and Kyle Freeland couldn't do shit off them. They all look like Cy Young candidates against this fucking team. Second and third, no outs. No runs. First and second, no run. First and second, no outs, no runs. Because Teoscar's a fucking strikeout machine. You get a 4-game win streak, and here we go back to the same shit we dealt with over and over and over this year. Mental mistakes, leaving guys on base. Just bad baseball. Last 2 games, and this is a time you cannot afford to be able to beat teams you need to beat. I mean, my God. Dodgers couldn't score 1 run on a sacrifice fly. The D-backs scored 2. Sloppy and unfocused. It feels like this team is just so checked out sometimes, and they're not fucking motivated for these type of games, dude. Like, you're 2 games up in the division. Well, now 1, but you'd think you'd have more urgency. Being able to go over the stat sheet, Tyler Glasnow, he goes 7 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts. They pitched really well to no hitter until 6th inning, got it broken up, but gives up the homer, and there's 2 more earned runs. I think a run went to Moreno. I don't know. Yeah, Glasnow pitched pretty well. Shame it fell apart in the 7th inning. Enriquez, 1 inning, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Kirby Yates, 1 inning, 2 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts for Kirby. For the offense, Ohtani 0 for 3 and a walk. 0 for 3 and a walk. Betts 1 for 3, a walk and an RBI. Smith 0 for 2, 2 walks. Freeman 1 for 3 and a walk. Teo 0 for 4. Paez 1 for 4. Call 1 for 4. Hernandez 1 for 4 and Rojas 1 for 4. Dodgers dropped 77-59. They had 6 hits, 1 run, 1 run in the 7th, and 2 errors. The D-backs, they improved to 68 and 69. 8 hits, 6 runs, 3 in the 7th, 3 in the 9th. Edgardo Rodriguez, 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. Anyone were able to get traffic, couldn't score. Bryce Jarvis, 0.2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, no walks, 1 strikeout. Andrew Southrank, 1.1 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Jake Woodford, 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. For the D-back offense, Perdomo, 0 for 5, Marte 1 for 3, Carroll 2 for 1 RBI, 2 for 4 and RBI with a solo homer. Gurriel 1 for 4, Alexander 2 for 4, scored 2 runs. Moreno 0 for 3 and an RBI. McCarthy 0 for 4, Locklear 0 for 3 and a walk, and Vargas 2 for 4, 3 RBIs with the 3-run homer. Now we'll go over the scoring summary. Top of the 7th, the Carroll homers. On the first pitch, Moreno hits a sac fly. On the center fielder, Paez throwing error. Alexander scores. Man, sac fly there, but scored 2 runs. We couldn't even score 1. Bottom of the 7th, Mookie Betts with an RBI single. That's all the Dodgers will get. Top of the 9th, Vargas with a 3-run homer. And that pretty much did it. And the D-backs win. They took 2 of 3. So Dodgers will have to avoid a sweep at home tomorrow against a mediocre baseball team. I mean, 5 and 10 now against teams under 500 this month. 11 and 4 against teams above 500. just need to stop playing down to competition. You gotta beat teams like this. Padres only one game back now since they won, so hopefully they show some urgency tomorrow and the offense wakes up and we're able to avoid a sweep. But tomorrow, earlier game, 4:10 Eastern, Yoshinobu Yamamoto against Brandon Pfaadt. So hopefully Dodgers avoid a sweep before they have another off day and go to Pittsburgh for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But yeah, that's all I say. Leave a like, subscribe for more. Peace.